Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gents, and welcome to Corncast number 26. I'm your host, Alex, joined as always by the Pixar mom, Ruben.
Oh, yeah.
the master of reloads,
right.
Jim.
Howdy, partner.
And which one should we pick for James? J Dilla? I don't even remember adding that one.
JJ Diller in the house. Yo, what's up, everybody?
And so this is the show. Before we get too deep into it, head over to our Patreon and have a look at the perks over there. You can get your name read out at the halfway point, or make the audio version of the show possible. Let's do some housekeeping before we get into some wacky topics. I've got some f***ed up shit that happened this week, but Lois Ramsey has something to say. Based on last episode, I work in a Wetherspoons, and I genuinely don't know why anyone would go to one either. So, just adding in on that one.
No, you never go to Wetherspoons, ever.
You said last episode you're not ever going to go back to one.
No.
In a kind of flippant statement. Do you genuinely believe you'll never go into one ever again once the COVID stuff's finished with?
No. Because if you go out, like, if you're going to make the effort, get changed into nice clothes, go drive to another town, there's going to be a variety of restaurants there. You've got to really hate yourself to go to Wetherspoons. Because it's not nice to sit in, the food's not nice, there's no reason. So there's never a incentive to go out of your way into the Wetherspoons to get the shit food. I'm never going again. Ever.
Okay.
Let's make that clear. And if any of us go again, there's going to be problems.
Moral
problems.
What are you going to do?
That's I can't say. Can't say.
Well, another topic that was floating through the air was that of Lost. Of course, there are some people that got annoyed about our Lost opinions whenever they randomly show up. Ooga Booga left a comment saying, "Wow, Jar, I'm actually currently watching Lost for the first time, and I'm in the middle of season 5 right now. I had to skip housekeeping to avoid spoilers, so thanks a lot, Mingers unsubscribed." So, I mean,
if
maybe
you don't know the ending of fucking
Lost.
Lost already, then you're not safe. If you're watching Lost and you're not safe, you can't go anywhere until it's finished. All right, so you run the risk every time you leave the house of having something spoiled for you. You never know what it's going to be. You don't even know if you want to watch it yet. You don't know if you'll
also
ever
one of the
watch it.
spoilers that's just ubiquitous, like the Sopranos ending, that you just kind of know before you've even seen it.
I don't know it.
Oh my.
Yeah.
No, there has to be a time, like a timer, when something comes out, where you don't have to worry about spoiling it.
If you got to have the courtesy, like if someone hasn't watched Fight Club before and you're in their presence and you're talking about it, you make sure, like, just if they don't elect to say, "Oh, I've not watched Fight Club," but maybe they want to, then okay, yeah, it's not about being like brash or a cunt about it, but there's still Fight Club. Everyone knows the fucking Fight Club twist.
No, I agree, but like when you're doing an internet show and you're talking about various thingies, I don't think you can fault us for talking about a fucking 80-year-old piece of shit
90-year-old, 100-year-old, like, I don't even know how old it is. I don't know how old.
No, I completely agree. There needs to be a cut-off point.
That cut-off point is last week. It's last Monday. That's the cut-off point for Lost spoilers. You missed out, friend.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna spoil it today. Jim, take it away.
The smoke is actually an old man.
I don't actually know what the smoke is.
Yeah, that sounds like it could just be what happens.
It could just sound like it. Yeah, that's the thing.
And I've seen the show.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure the smoke is an old man, right? The smoke is like the devil and someone else's god.
Oh, one of the nihilists from the Big Lebowski's god.
Oh dear. Yeah, fuck that shit. I'm sorry, but it's trash. I think it's kind of cute.
Well,
Anyway,
speaking of James,
hopefully they finished it by the time they listen to this.
yeah, God. Donald left a comment regarding James. James is the Ryan Johnson of Jar. He just makes shit up to subvert expectations, and idiots in the comments go along with it. That being said, plain white bread is superior. If you want to get variety and change things up, do it between the bread, not in it.
Okay,
Sounds like this
How does
person
that
has
make you feel?
they've only ever watched one Ryan Johnson film, and it's Star Wars. It sounds like that's it.
Damn.
Sorry. Get back to the bread part. I just wanted to say that.
Well, they're correct. You just don't put anything in between bread. You just eat the bread. That's the best way to eat bread.
That's not what they said whatsoever.
Bread.
Yeah, he's just making shit up to set expectations.
Oh my God. That's freaking me out. Do you have any more bread comments? I thought that would piss off more people.
It's like, what is there to talk about bread? Like, bread. Think
It's
of
your
bread.
favourite thing in the world, you know?
Yeah, but it's my favourite thing. It's the most simple thing. You cut it, you put butter on it, you eat it.
It's
a good
only
time.
simple because you don't open yourself up to the other options that bread has to offer. You're
Explain
complacent
what
with.
Explain what options bread has that I don't do already.
Cheese?
No, I'm talking about types of bread.
Oh, right.
I will eat whatever
Oh, yeah,
bread.
there are loads of good breads.
No, you
I had
won't
a
eat
great-
whatever bread.
I had a pretzel today. I had a great pretzel from Waitrose. That was good. That's
No,
bread.
A pretzel's classed as bread.
No, yes,
Well,
they're in the bakery section.
Yeah, they are just a bread, a shaped bread.
Wait, just because something
made
is in
out
the
of
bakery
dough.
section doesn't mean it's bread.
Yeah, that's not. But pretzels, they count
That
as
is
bread.
how it works.
Like, yeah, no, they are a baked pastry made from dough, but it's like a bread dough, isn't it? You know, like it's such a savory, bready pastry that I feel
Yeah.
like you can consider it's just a bready pastry. You know, yeah, type bread or pastry. That's how you can refer. That's what pretzel is considered as being.
I find it bizarre how often we go into like categorizing confectionery.
There's a lot to be said, you know.
There
It's
is.
a prescient
things.
argument, you know? There's a lot of elements to it.
Yeah, there's layers
variables.
to it. I think it is surprisingly subjective as well.
It's an important part of British culture, you know?
Mm.
Yeah.
Andrew
saw
Poll
something
is the
today.
last question. Sorry, James. What did you say?
I saw something today. I saw it was an advert for like Costa, and you can buy baked bean sandwiches there. And
Oh,
I can't handle that. That's
Warm.
going too far. Like a toasted baked bean sandwich. That's
not-
wrong.
that sounds terrible. I don't even know how that works. Would you have to like really mash up the beans into like a gelatinous paste or something? At that point, they've stopped being what they're meant to be. They're meant to offer at least a little bit of resistance. You can't have the bean beaned up for you already.
What if they're just like microwave beans just like poured onto bread?
That's what they
Yeah, it's called beans on toast.
Yeah, and that's delicious.
Yeah.
James, buy one, try one. Come back to us.
No, why do I have to try the baked bean sandwich?
Because you brought it up.
Yeah.
Can I stick some? Oh, fuck's sake!
Fine,
Okay, I'll
James.
try it.
There's one more comment regarding you, James. I wanted to
Okay,
address
I love comments about me. They make me moist.
Andrew Poll says, I know this was a few weeks ago, but I wanted to rant about James's Big Mac order and his reasoning for why it's okay in his eyes. As a fellow fast food worker, I feel the pain of the original commenter and being annoyed with James's ridiculous order and the extra stress it causes. The main thing that pissed me off, though, was the reasoning James had. Paying more to the company doesn't pay the workers more. The workers don't make any more money than having to make your shitty-ass burgers. They get paid the same amount, but get more stress from it. And McDonald's doesn't care.
Well, it's not my job to pay the workers. Okay, it's not my job. It's the company's job. If you hate the company, well, that's fucking capitalism. It's not my fault. But saying that, Like, in every business, there's always people who are dicks, right? There's people who are always going to cause you more work. But I read this comment at the time, and I thought about this. The original comment was saying that he hates it and hates the way I do it because he works in a McDonald's in Cardiff, a really busy McDonald's. Okay, let's just say McDonald's is really busy. Would I have changed my order? Fucking fuck no, because it's going to take longer. When we go to McDonald's, and Jim can back me up, I change the order when there's fucking no one there. It causes no one else stress. It gives them something to do because there's no one there. I understand this bullshit. I'm not going to be a dick when people are busy. So if I go in,
strategy.
If I go in and it's ram packed, I'll just buy chicken nuggets. That's fucking easy. But if it's empty, then it's just like I'm not causing anyone issues. So I can change the order and be more specific because there's no queue. There's no one here. Like that's the way I buy food because I don't want to cause extra stress for people. Because I don't like it because that means I have to deal with I'm shy. I don't want to deal with those issues. It's like when you go to McDonald's and you see like people cause a fuss because their order's wrong. Like that. That's like a massive fucking anxiety thing. So why would I buy a burger that could be done wrong? So I have to do that situation where I can buy nuggets that will always be fine. That's my logic. I just don't want to cause issue for anyone. So I'll buy the simple thing. But if there's no one there, it's like easy. So I will edit it when it's clear. That's my logic.
I swear every time I'm there, I overhear someone like complaining.
Yeah,
at the desk.
That's like a nightmare. That would be the worst situation to be in. So I just buy the simple thing so that will never happen.
Okay.
So I hope I've redeemed myself in front of the McDonald's workers. I'm not a twat. I'm only a twat when there's no one else.
Someone responded to their comment saying, "Shut up and make burger." So.
Make burger for minimum wage, slave.
Okay, what's been going on this last week? We can start off with this one. Arguably, what I would say is the most important, freshy bit of news that affects humanity. It's coming in from livescience.com. First preserved dinosaur butthole is perfect and unique, paleontologist says. So they found the first dinosaur's asshole
it's
in
perfect
detail.
and unique.
Yeah.
Why those descriptors?
Because imagine this, you've dedicated your entire life to finding things out about...
You don't dedicate your life to finding the ass.
Perfect and unique dino ass. The legendary dino fucking rump.
It's just as perfect and unique as I expected.
As I dreamed about.
Yeah, like listen to this. The first dinosaur butthole ever discovered is shedding light where the sun don't shine. The discovery reveals how dinosaurs use this multi-purpose opening, scientifically known as the cloacal vent, for pooping, peeing, breeding, and egg laying.
What? So dinosaurs did anal long before it was a fucking trend.
No, obviously, I think
one hole does all.
That's amazing.
Like a bird.
fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson, is it him who had that? Someone has that little funny remark
what
about
has
how
he
it's
got,
just like
one
a
hole?
sewage center. No, it's just that remark about how like the human body, it's like everything we piss and shit and reproduce in like the same small area. And he's like, it's like having a sewer next to an entertainment complex. Or some fucking internet science guy would have said it. But dinosaurs, it wasn't even like there was any distance. You know, it was just like one hole does all of it.
It is.
That's
it is
horrible.
beautifully simple, though.
It's fucking awful.
But when you think about it, like all living things is like flesh around.
Around balls.
Around like a tube that takes in one thing and turns it into shit. That's what living things.
Right now, I have shit inside me, but all of us, we have shit in us right now. All of you
Shit in
listeners,
us?
you have shit inside of you right
Yeah,
now.
what we're trying to say is that we're all full of shit.
And so are you.
And we're also perfect and unique.
They're all perfect and unique and full of shit.
Fuck. I'm glad you guys were pleased to hear that. I was elated at this news.
No, but you know, I sent this to you. I think that they're close to birthing a actual dinosaur egg.
Yeah.
I don't think they should do it.
No, they should.
No.
I want a dinosaur.
Little known, a cautionary tale, James, about what happens when you do that. Okay.
Yeah, the
Jurassic
Meg.
Park. And the
Yeah,
Meg.
we've got guns now.
We had
not the
guns
plot
in
of the Meg.
Jurassic Park. Where do you think Jurassic
what
Park was
about-
set?
Jurassic Park with like robot guardians, you know? And then they can like have a fight and it can be like an anime.
Robot Guardians.
Instead of like human guards that get eaten by the like dinosaurs, it can be like robots fighting them. Like Ready Player One, which I saw on Netflix the other day.
I'm not
You should
going
do
to
that.
try to understand. Yeah, why did you watch that?
Because I was so angry after seeing that movie the one time. And just seeing it there on the front page of Netflix, I was like, oh yeah. And I skipped to the Kubrick scene just to like see how quickly I'd get annoyed, and it was pretty quick.
I like that.
Awful film.
I like the
Fucking
bit with the
can't
Halo
stand it.
Spartans for about 7 seconds.
They're not Spartans. They're
No,
fucking
it's not.
fake.
The one time we had a chance of having like Halo Spartans on screen, they're the fucking 343 ones. As well.
Oh, now you're just nitpicking.
Oh well. Yeah, you guys want to chuck something in there, or should I?
Can I chuck something in? It's just
Fine.
staying on the because I don't know how long this discussion will last. But
Is it the one that we nearly ruined earlier?
no, it's actually
Ah.
something I just recently came up with. And it's along the vein of piss and shit.
Okay, no, I'm back in. I'm back in.
I'm in.
So
Okay.
we call a piss a number 1, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a shit is a number 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's a fart?
Okay.
On this scale,
2.5?
where is it?
Well, surely
2.5. So it's more than a shit.
No,
But it's also nowhere near a piss. I think it's
no. It can lead to shit though. Like a fart can lead to actual shit.
I
It's
think- I
it's
think
like
shit.
No,
No.
I think
Shark needs
it's-
its own.
it's the mathematical formula. It's just 0 times 2. You know, it's just that. All right, 0
Mm.
times 2. It's just that's it.
Is it 0 or is it half a poo?
Well,
No, but that's a 1, which is a piss.
it can't be a 1.5 because it's nowhere near. But then again, I know because I think it's a 0.5.
It's half a piss.
I
Yeah.
think it's a 0.5. Yeah.
No, I think it's a 2.25.
How
It's
is it
almost a
quarter
shit.
more
How
of
is
a
it
shit? No, it's not because that's more than a shit. You've gone further. If 1 is piss and shit is more than piss,
If it's between 1 and 2, it's like piss. It's in the piss realm, which it isn't.
well, no, it's not because 2.25 doesn't make any sense. So that's more than shit.
But
But
it is
can you do a
connected to
1
shit.
that's a quantity of a 2?
No, it's because but piss and shit are connected, and a fart is less than a piss, so it's 0.5.
Wait, I'm interested by Alex's proposal there. You see, I think we could take this to a place of algebra or fractions. I mean,
Well, that's why I
we
was
have
saying that was
options
a
here.
0 times 2, you know, but I'm not very good at
Okay,
maths or
no,
anything. 'cause
no,
haven't done it since
I'm gonna
GCSE.
throw something out there.
Oh.
You never take a shit while not taking a piss, so they're the same. They're equal.
Some people do. If you haven't, if
no.
you're stuck in the desert and you've eaten a gecko or whatever, and you haven't drank for 3 days, you're probably gonna shit without pissing.
No, but that's just an obscene case, okay? When you try to shoot out shit, your piss just shoots out as well. They're equal.
What's your point?
Not really. Yeah, I don't know what you mean
They're
anymore.
not different.
What's
They're
your
the
point?
same.
No, because that would mean, like you obviously piss when you shit, but you don't shit when you piss. Hopefully, necessarily. So
But
they're
you
not
fart
equal.
when you piss, though.
What? Yeah, really was not expecting the steam off that one. I feel, you got any more you want to add to that?
Well, no, I think we should come to an agreement.
Okay, look, no. If we're talking about pieces of shit, I think it's a good time to move on to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Wait, hold up. First of
Okay.
all, I want to just say I agree with something you said, Ruben, and that you think it should be 0.5.
Yeah, because if it's a lead, if piss,
Yeah, I
and
agree.
then if shit is the logical progression of piss, then piss is the logical progression of fart. Okay,
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
and then a poo fart, an accidental poo fart, because obviously you're gonna fart when you poo.
It's
A poo
2.5.
fart is a 2.5,
It
which
works.
makes sense.
It's beautiful. No, that's great. I'm very content with
You're
that.
telling me a poo fart is a 2.5?
Yeah.
Wait, a P5
No,
is
because
What?
it's a poo,
What?
no, a poo fart is
Yeah,
more than a
dunno
poo
what-
because of the force
that's
projection.
a shot.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, yeah. A poo fart, a shart, is. I'm sorry, but it's more than a poo.
No,
I
because
think-
it is
yeah,
more
I
than
think
a
it
poo.
is.
It is.
I
It
think
is.
that-
It
no,
is. It means
yeah,
more.
James is right.
It gets more points because of the inconvenience.
No, but it's still a poo. It's still a poo, so it's a 2.
No, it's a 2.5 because it's a poo
It's a
fart.
2. It's like a 1.5
No,
that turns
no,
into
because-
a 2.
No,
it's a
context
1.
matters here.
It's a 1.
It's not a 1. A piss is a 1.
No, they both have to share 1.
No, they can't.
They can't do
No.
that. They can't share.
Yeah, so you say I'm just going for a 1. Which one?
But before we go off the shitty, pissy talking points, I'd like Alex to tell his story.
Oh yeah,
I
he
was
had a tale
gonna-
of woe.
Yeah, speaking of piss, especially Pissley, my golden retriever. My she's nearly 2 now, I guess, was spayed the other day, so I've been vet Alex at the moment.
You gave her the spay yourself. Oh my god, you've just committed
Yeah.
a crime, and you've
Oh,
you've
shit.
confessed to it.
James, you can edit that out, right? Just leave that. Just make sure you take that out. But she, after they obviously like slice them open and have to stitch them up, and dogs are stupid and don't know. Well, I suppose that's a bit unfair. I was actually thinking about this from the dog's perspective. You're just having a gay old time, and then you're just like driven to a vet and then injected, and then you wake up and you're just like in loads of fucking pain, and you've got like a cone around your head, and you're like, or alternatively a fucking like ballet leotard thing, like a full on jacket.
Oh,
So she's got this blue, it looks like a leotard to cover up her wound.
I just thought you'd put that on her like as a joke or something. You just got some stupid dog costume.
Yeah, so she's been enjoying this leotard, but this will sound irrelevant at first, but it will come back round. It snowed today, and Paisley's never seen snow before, so I was really excited for her to interact with snow for the first time and see what she was gonna do. So I came down in the morning, and it was like a typical snowy day, like a perfect one. I fed the dogs and then opened the door, and I'd forgotten to undo the like shit flap on Paisley's leotard. So I was like happily recording Argy going out into the snow and being really cute or whatever, and doing a little poo and wee, and like filming it. And then I saw Paisley run out. And I noticed it was still on, but she was full of piss and shit, and she wasn't coming back in till it was out. Oh, but she's still wearing it, and she just pissed straight through it. Yeah, completely soaked in it. Luckily, I had one of those inflatable rings though to substitute in, so while the piss rag was in the wash, so it wasn't a true disaster.
I didn't get that.
What
Could
the
you
fuck?
try again?
Who was that?
That was my phone.
So Paisley
Yeah.
quite literally shit herself.
She shit her her pants. So I'm thinking, I'm so fond of this leotard thing. I might just leave it on her at all times, even once she's healed.
I need to see her in it at some point.
I
like,
might
in
even
real
put it on
life.
Algie.
No, because I don't know.
He
about
gets
you.
himself covered in shit enough as is.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, this might actually be a good idea for keeping him
He
clean.
wouldn't be able to eat his own shit because it'll be in his sock.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the nappy part. Yeah, so that's my piss nappy story.
It's really
Oh,
nice.
And finally, only the video watchers will be able to get this, but the just found this really creepy fucking snowman on a dog walk. Just thought I'd share an image of its face that someone has carved into it. If you look on Discord, I put it there. Just too far for a snowman.
That's when like it's a typical English snowman because like there's no preparation. You can never count on there being snow, so you've never got the carrot handy,
Yeah.
the pieces of coal.
Yeah.
So it's like an impromptu thing where you got to make this fucking demonic monster out of snow. It looks like that film Jack Frost. You know that terrifying.
Yeah.
If Jack Frost went very wrong though.
Jack
Even
Frost
more
did go
wrong.
very. Yeah, thank you.
It's like it does look like
Die
Jack
very
Frost.
wrong. Die very rough.
Fuck. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys want to throw out one of your topics. I know you have something, Jim.
Yeah, does before we go into it, does anybody have anything less jar standard?
Nah.
No.
Okay. Well, I've been watching a lot of Marvel movies recently. Yeah. This was the old jar meme, wasn't it? That every episode we talk about Marvel.
That and
Yeah.
Halo.
And I've watched. Let me actually quickly look
The Halo one's true.
how many I've watched. Give me a sec.
Did you not just start at the beginning and go through to?
So the way I've been going through it, there's on Disney Plus a playlist that is Marvel Cinematic Universe in timeline order, and I've
Okay.
watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of these movies.
There is still so many. That's not even half, is it? I'm pretty sure. there's like
I think it
20-something.
might be exactly half. It looks
Okay,
like
that's
it on
not
the bar
so
anyway.
bad.
So I just want
Yeah.
to. All of these movies, or most of these movies, have exactly the same problem.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen them for like years. Some of these.
But all of them, to some extent, fall apart in the last act. Like, especially
Yeah.
the first two in timeline order: Captain America, the first Avenger, and Captain
Mhm.
Marvel.
Oh, they both have terrible final like sequences, showdowns. Had you seen Captain Marvel before?
No, this was my first time.
Oh, what did you think?
It. I mean, it's not very good, but it wasn't as shit as I was expecting. Because I really
Yeah.
did not like that character in Infinity War.
Mhm.
And she actually like had an arc, which was more than I was expecting.
High bar then.
Yeah, I gave it a 2.5, like just totally standard.
Yeah.
That's out of 5. Yeah, very little to say about that movie, apart from the reveal of how Fury lost his eye.
Mhm.
It's the biggest goddamn cop out in like the whole series.
I don't even know
it's
how
so
he
lame.
loses his eye. I don't know.
It's such a non-payoff. It's a comedy
Yeah.
joke payoff.
And because I've watched so many of these, there's a cool line in Captain America 2 where Fury says, "Yeah, the last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye." And then you watch Captain Marvel, and it's like, what? You can sort of force it to work, like, or it's either that or he's just lying, just like making shit up. So I mean, that was a big disappointment. But yeah, pretty shit movie. Captain America 1, actual shit.
What's wrong with
Really, the pacing is totally fucked.
Yeah, it is. It's got the worst flow.
Yeah, it's just like a normal movie for an hour and a half, and then
Yeah.
suddenly
They're in a fortress on a train, and
with the
all
worst,
sorts of shit going on.
I was just watching this movie thinking, you know what, this movie isn't as bad as I thought, and then suddenly it just fucking goes into sixth gear, pedal to the metal, and
Yeah, no, that's... Every time I've watched it, I've had the same experience.
yeah, but the CG... Clearly, like, they had... I don't know if this film was really rushed, because wasn't it the last Marvel film before the first Avengers came out?
I think so.
America. I don't know.
Sounds right.
I think it was.
2011. So, yeah, because then Avengers was 2012. Yeah, shit.
Right? Yeah, so I assume it was really rushed.
I guess they had to introduce Captain America, didn't they? Because he was they wanted him to be a star. So
yeah, and I think they had not that much faith in him, because like Captain America's been a joke for the longest time. And in this movie he still is.
So many Marvel characters have been. Iron Man was.
Yeah.
Iron Man was
They
lame.
all were, apart from Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that
Maybe the Hulk.
Yeah, true. Which interestingly isn't on Disney Plus.
Yeah, because that was a
Edward Norton
Universal
one.
movie.
Oh, was it? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know why. I can't remember the details of that, but it is for some reason. I think Hulk has the rights or something to the... Sorry, Universal has the film rights to the Hulk or something. So they've allowed Marvel to use him in group movies, but I think if they wanted to make a standalone... Yeah, it's all very complicated.
piece of shit anyway, whatever.
Yeah, who gives five shits?
Yeah, I wasn't like missing it or anything.
Yes, you were.
But then it goes on to the Iron Man trilogy, which
Oh yeah, how's that?
I think it's the most consistently good out of all of the movies with sequels. Well, I guess they all do, but yeah, Iron Man 1 I liked quite a bit. Again, falls apart in the third act. It just turns into...
Yeah, I really hate the last half an hour of that
He
movie.
fights the dude, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fights big version of himself. Yeah.
Ironmonger.
No, it was such a trend. Captain America just fights a guy that's had the same super juice.
Yeah.
Apart from he went
Yeah, and
red
the Hulk.
instead.
That Hulk movie as well.
Yeah. And then Iron Man 2, this time he just fights loads of himself. And one guy with a whip. Lame. Thor.
How was Iron Man 2 though?
Iron Man 2 I thought was fine.
Really?
Yeah, I'd heard it was like really bad. I think
it's sort of carried by Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I think he's a really good actor and he's charismatic as fuck. He just he's
puts that
easy
movie
to
up on his
watch.
shoulders. He just
Yeah.
walks along doing his thing.
Yeah.
Just totally inoffensive and you know.
Rather that than a bunch of the other fucking Marvel movies. So
Yeah, whereas Thor, I don't think Chris Hemsworth is good enough of an actor to carry a film like Thor.
yeah, no, definitely not.
So you sat
It's
down
just
and watched
really-
Thor 1 and 2.
He
Yeah.
works as a side character, Thor, for sure. Works as a side character,
Yeah.
or a character surrounded by a funny cast, like in Ragnarok.
But in Thor
His own.
1, my god, this shit was hard to sit through. I am going through these in chronological order, by the way. Yeah,
Clone Wars
This-
style, baby.
Thor doesn't really fall apart in the last act. It just never really gets together. It's just a boring film. Totally inoffensive.
What does he fight? Like a silver guy?
Yeah, he fights
Loki.
a silver guy, then Loki, and it's barely even a fight, really. All the action in this film is terrible, and
Hmm.
how they got Natalie Portman to play like such a fucking
Weird choice.
Yeah,
brain
but
dead role.
She was in Star Wars, though. Remember? Of course, I know she was much younger, but all the same, Natalie Portman. You know, they must have offered her some money.
Yeah, isn't
clearly
she
doesn't
going to
give a
be the
shit.
next Thor as well?
Supposedly, yeah. I think that's
Maybe that was in the deal
the
long
plan.
term. But it's fine. I think I gave this one a 2.5, 5 out of 10. And then sequentially is the Avengers.
The first one.
Yeah, I remember watching this movie at the cinema and thinking, yeah, it was good. And then I watched it recently and sort of thought, yeah, that was good. That's about all my thoughts on the Avengers.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say anything that hasn't been said about it before. It's aged worse now because it doesn't really seem that big of a deal anymore.
Yeah,
Like this
that's
event
true.
thing, and it's been done better now. For the record, I think the Russo brothers?
Hmm.
I think they get this shit and do it way better than
And Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon ever did.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Thor: The Dark World. Holy shit.
I've never watched that.
Yeah, it might be it's probably my least favorite Marvel movie.
Yeah, it's my lowest on the list too.
It's so bad. It feels like you could cut out half of this movie, and
And then just leave
nothing
it.
would have
Not
changed.
Yeah, just not watch it. Yeah,
And it would
cut out
still
half
be
movie.
boring as fuck, and you'd be looking at
And
your
watch
watch
it.
the whole time. Yeah, fuck that film.
What
It's-
is its actual like point? It has one of the Infinity Stones in it, I guess.
does it?
Maybe.
Yeah,
It was
because
so hard
remember
to-
in Endgame they have to go back there.
He goes.
Yeah, Rocket
Is the
Raccoon goes
Infinity
back
Stone
there.
the juice that goes inside Natalie Portman?
Yes.
That's lame.
Yeah, that's some real comic shit right there.
And this is this is the start of the trend as well, where they were like, all right, every time Loki is in a movie now, he's gonna pretend to die.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was the first Thor, sorry, where that trend started. Yeah, just lazy film. Everyone who worked on it is a hack. Iron Man 3 though, that's a pretty good film.
Yeah, I like Iron Man 3.
Yeah, 3's good.
Yeah, again, I feel like you could give Robert Downey Jr. just a film and say, go on, just be entertaining for a bit. and it would be better than Thor: The Dark World, at least.
You just sort of just monologue. He just sort of monologues. Just walks around.
They always
Talking
think of
about
like
stuff.
good gimmicks for Iron Man. Like,
Yeah.
I can't think of a single movie that he's in where he doesn't have like a cool moment at least.
I think Iron Man 3 has my favourite action scene from a Marvel film. Where the plane.
The
when
plane one,
he's
yeah,
got
it's
to
really
save.
good.
Yeah, he's got to save like 14 people, and he's by himself. Awesome shit. Yeah, fun film. I don't really understand the controversy from back in the day.
Yeah, they wanted him
Hey.
to be the normal like racist version. What? Change the Mandarin?
How could you change the Mandarin? You're like, you and 2 other people know who the Mandarin is. Shut up. Yeah, good film. Fun. But they just did the Iron Man 2 thing where at the end it's like, Yep, loads of Iron Men this time, but now they're goodies. And they're fighting fire guys.
Why,
ca-
guys? What?
Yeah,
Fire guys, yeah, they all explode.
they're all
and shit.
fire guys. They've got this juice that turns them invincible, and some of them explode, and some of them have fire powers. And then Gwyneth Paltrow gets fire powers, and she's like,
Oh, you're
"Now
talking
I'm
about
the
third
fucking
one.
hero." Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that in the third. I thought you were talking about the second one.
No, I'm saying Iron Man 3 pulls an Iron Man 2, but switches it up by just having
okay.
the loads of Iron Men be good guys. Yeah,
no, you're right.
they like doing that. Yeah, I don't know why these films can't just mix things up a bit, just
I
for
know.
one of them.
No, back to formula.
Back to formula. Captain America: The Winter
Back to
Soldier.
formula.
Ridiculous step up from Captain America: The First Avenger.
Yeah, it is.
Ridiculous. It's so fucking good. This is probably my third favorite out of the Marvel movies. It goes from
Really, it's
being
my number 6.
really. Oh no, I'm wrong. No, I am right. It is number 3 for me. Yeah, really like that film. Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. Guardians of the Galaxy 1 doesn't even deserve to be talked about. Shit film. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Now, how the fuck did they pull this off? They had like a pile of shit, and they molded it into the Mona Lisa or whatever. Awesome film.
Yeah, it is the best Marvel movie.
Yeah, it just has what none of the others have, which is heart.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt
Yeah.
Russell.
Yeah, Kurt Russell. He is the heart.
He does it all.
No, the heart is actually the blue guy with the funny head.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh yeah.
Targaryen.
What's his name?
Daenerys?
Your
Jon Snow?
is it Yorvu?
Yondu.
Yondu. There we go.
Yeah, Yorvu is a sick character. Every character is improved in this film, whereas I don't like any I don't like any of the Guardians of the Galaxy from Guardians of the Galaxy 1. I think
Really?
they're all assholes.
And the film's just annoying and long. And I hate fucking
Yeah,
watching
and the again, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, the last action scene, the last act is so fucking bad. They just had to. They couldn't help themselves. Big army, lots of guns. Shoot the ships before they hit the ground. Says Rocket. Fuck
You
you.
hate that bit so much.
I really hate it. That's when my eyes were open to the Marvel. What do you call it? Like their formula. Yeah, they went back to formula with this one. And Guardians of the Galaxy 2 does do it to an extent, but it's backed by this like emotion that you actually, empathize with instead of in Guardians of the Galaxy 1, it's some planet. I guess I care because one of the stepbrothers is on it and Darth Maul. Sorry,
Darth Maul?
doesn't. Yeah, Darth Maul's in it. Doesn't work for me, Darth Maul. Sorry, bud. And then the last film that I've seen in this series so far, Avengers: Age of Ultron. And you know what? Whatever. It's fine.
Do you like the subplot about her not being able to get pregnant?
Yeah, I realised I did sort of misinterpret it when I first saw it. I think I'd only seen it the one time before, back when I was, 14, 15, whenever that film came out. Yeah, I think just the way that bit is written, where she says I can't have babies, I'm a monster.
Yeah,
so
because they were trying to do like the yin and yang thing with the Hulk, like echoes of each other, but like wrong subject matter, dude.
Yeah,
What the fuck? What's
well,
the statement?
I think
He just
what
doesn't
it's-
like women.
I think what it's meant to
Yeah.
be is that she's saying that they made it so I can't have kids, so that I would be as emotionless as possible. Like,
And if
so I
you're a
won't have a
woman-
kid I would care about more than a mission. Is what
And
Yeah,
if you're a woman and you choose to not have children, that means you're uncaring and awful, and you deserve pain and suffering. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, that's what you can derive from it. Like, I understand what he's trying to say, but the way he said it just made it way
Yeah,
too
yeah.
easy to interpret it the way we all did. And Ultron himself in Age of Ultron is a terrible, terrible character. It just lacked any balls.
It's
Let's
the
just-
biggest missed potential out of all the villains. I'd
yeah,
say.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, let's take this character and just make him reverse Tony Stark, but with the same personality.
I think they could have
so
done something
boring.
with that.
Well, if it runs into that thing again where the villain is just reverse hero. It's boring. It's and then instead of them having some cool choreographed action shit where all the Avengers, like with Thanos, teaming up to fight this one guy, and they're all having to use their powers and work together to beat this one guy. No, he just makes Iron Man fucking army again. He just does Iron Man 2 again.
Yeah, that is really disappointing and lame. Yeah, like the best piece of action has nothing to do with the villains, really. With the like Hulkbuster thing.
Yeah, that's true. The action in general
just-
in the Avengers 2 is just way worse
Mm-hmm.
than the first Iron Man. Or
Yeah, the only
Avengers, sorry.
memorable bit is that Hulkbuster bit. I don't really remember any of that cool action from it.
There's like one or two cool ideas every now and again. But yeah, for
Mhm.
the most part, you're right.
And that concludes talking about Marvel. All right, what's next? No more Marvel. We're Marveled out. James hasn't
What's
said a
next
word in
is
like
the,
half an hour.
Is the mid-break. James?
Yeah.
Just
Can you say we'll be back after these messages?
We'll be back after these messages.
Want a dick on a shirt? Check the description below.
Well, this is the part where we read out the Patreon names from the Patreon section. So thanks. Fighting so hard, my ass has to inhale first. Fancy Nancy. Ozzy Osbourne falling asleep to the sound of a blender. Lil Ducky. Big Chungus. Marines and Voy really needed my supplies, Chief, but I'm sure they'll be plenty happy to see you. Head on through the tunnel. I've had enough, Alex. I get to play with the red Bionicle this time, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Yemi the Ferret. Trap out the hood, but I stay in the burbs. The Shite Morrison's in the weird end of Chippenham. Salad 548. I made you a Kaspar's kebab, but I eated it, aka... No more AKAs, alright? Ban those. Guys, this isn't a Patreon name. I just wanted to say that other Joe has an absolutely cracking pussy. Anyway, back to the names. Adam McBride needs a tomboy GF to sway with Japanese jazz, cuddle, and watch Blade Runner with. Krusty Kamikaze. Holtz Fair Maiden for my knob juice is leaking. If James is piss a dick, who is shitter ass? Ding Dong Dennis. Gay William Johnson. This shouldn't be that funny. I have just enough holes and hands to be railed by Char simultaneously. Onion Creature. Harriet Broadley. Walker told me I have AIDS, but not the Texas one. Hey, Vsauce. Michael here. Where are your mingers? Big Cheeser. Samurai Champloo Enjoyer. That woman has a penis because she hasn't had her surgery yet, but I support her. Who would have thought in my own city that my family would not be safe? I know, right? Things are scary. What's that? Ah. Ong ing ing ooh ooh. Ay 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 ay. Wavid Dollis. Dupster, aka KSI LGBTQ+. Patrick Hanley is a right minger. Bobby has £0 on his Xbox. Star Wars The Phantom Cock. Star Wars stars even Ewan McBumnugget and his pet Dibby Joey Diaz. Out of the damn way. Kevin James was the president in Pixels. I have done Halo 2 Lasso and am on Combat Evolved. GT Blackpan 94 for proof. Nice work. The Bush. KSI, please stop wearing my mother's wedding dress. Imported guest. Poster boy, poster girl, poster Patreons. Fuck you, James. I like bread more than you.
The epically Jardacious Munchfungler. Honk if Thatcher's dead. I'm not in my car, I can't. Gilbert the Awesome One. K Vita Bag Capri Sun. Watto knows what the ladies like. Nate's minifigs. Why does James look like he fucks grandmas? Gilfs, mate. Squidward tennis balls.
Gilfs.
Yeah, Gilfs. Big Muscles TV. 011IE2. Mr. Cheesy Watsits that crunch on its head 1000. Boris Johnson versus Margaret Thatcher, dawn of Brexit. Come free, James. The ultimate Max Rebo fan, aka typical golden pussy enjoyer. The crew watches in horrors. Duke Walker releases the banana. Cobble Wad. Tony Shalhoub's little bitch boy. Tinkle Willie. Can you give me a second, please? Shower. So big thanks to Shower.
Oh, it's douche.
Jane Mycock Johnson. Chaser the Dragon. My ancestors are smiling at me with UTech Tamriel. Can you say the same? Pooh devours United Front. Ian Beale. Hashtag build. I've got left field mama dat drop. Former UFC champion and current number 2 strawweight contender, Joanna. Can't say her last name. Blade Runner 2077. Spending a week coming up with a funny Patreon name and then they read it out and no one fucking laughs. Croaky. The Wiley Reed long neck video is really disturbing. Thanks a lot, Alex. There's a Wiley Reed long neck video.
It's been on the jar doc for like a really long time.
Bernie sitting meme lol XD. Already the best meme of 2021. Joseph Jewish Jarling. Can I get another kiss from the beast? Doug Walker holding James's hand softly while teaching him how to suck a cock. Baby Shark killed my wife because I said Baby Shark didn't slap. Ray Williams suck my Johnson. Jack Tom Fudging Armstrong. Welcome to the Islamic Communist Revolution. The Christian capitalist status quo has gone too far. Hi, honey. Cosmic Mapping. Boris Johnson and Eminem. Nate's minifigs. I'm going to get a detailed back tattoo of Argine. You can't stop me. And Aaron Kavana.
You mean Kavanaugh?
Kavana.
Gunge my clunge. The scene from Kevin James' Zookeeper where brings the gorilla to TGI Fridays. T Noble Doble. Michael Mann 2000. Stephen is Human. Connotada. Butter me up some porn on the cob. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Harbor. Your favourite Jarshan Smash or Passes animated TV show mums. Cassia fucking Manigan. Smeglord Shitter, check out Nate's minifigs on Instagram. If you play Yakuza games with the English dub, you're mentally unstable and love to be pegged. Well, I do. Thomas Martin. Evan Pierce. How long will it take my family to discover my new fleshlight is currently hanging up in my closet behind the dress shelf? Quahog Police Department supports gamers. Quebec Films. Chris Warren. My dogs love ice. Aura. Cool Dip Chip. Keck Flexington. Numa Banana. Ben. Fartbag. George Kenwood Parker. Finedal. Fiddle, aka the Cream Dimension. Dream Awful 2142. The gorillas from Sing go on holiday to Swindon on a trip to see the eighth wonder of the world, the Magic Roundabout. Retro Raggy, Raimi is going Reast of Roy. Fiona Gorman. Melvin, brother of the Joker. Tomcat. King Kong Fan 3. David Wallace. Ethan Height. Nyan Cat Speedrunner 87. Watch Joker, watch the movie The Joker, and you'll understand me. William Knowles. Acolyte. Your local Jehovah's Witness listener. Jar Media Cringe Compilation number 348573.
Big thanks to Gabriel Ledge, Danny G. Base Lord, Review Tech Grips Dibidosa, Edgy Erica. That's it, now I'm really cross. So I'm just the Mario Judah to your Princess Beach. Check out Nate's minifigs on Instagram. Dwayne the Rock Johnson, the Rock, Dwayne Rock Johnson, Ferdia Playman. Sam Buckley. James's head spontaneously combusting. Snake, what happened? Snake, answer me, Snake. Sam. Stream Pixar Moms by the Upside Downs on Spotify. I challenge you to League of Legends top lane. If you use Aatrox, you're a pussy. Adam Johnston, Tom Buis, Juan Hernandez, Jam. The only thing that can stop a fully powered up nostalgia critic is David Wallace. Joel Stewart, Logie Bear, James's Jizzajik, Connie Reed, Jake White, Big Whoops. Please do as angry video game nerd as good as they say. Grembler, Spock, The Rock, Doc Ock, and Hulk Hogan. Fuck, that's tough. Big Cheese, Kuta Panda, 11011000, L. Canada Stone, Lucy Tai is an Asian anal queen. Local units, all units. Randy Ruins Patreon. Dennis Villeneuve. Pip.
Poi.
Fuck this. We've done this Pip one a trillion times. I'm sick of it. You know what? Katia fucking Manigan and David Wallace. Thank you, everybody. Fuck.
That was good. I like that.
Someone else intro the second part and hand over the question bit to me. No. Just
James?
do it.
Yeah, I like when James does it. It's always
Yeah, I
fucking.
do too.
You never
Yeah.
know what it's going to be.
Do I have to?
Yeah.
You've now said you don't know what I'm gonna say, so now you've ruined my flow.
No, just the normal thing. Don't have to do anything fancy. Just the normal expected thing.
I'll introduce you, getting ready to introduce the
Wait,
next
can I
bit.
introduce you getting ready to introduce James?
Okay, go ahead.
What's up, guys? On the second half, we have Ruben here to introduce one of our hosts for the Jar Media podcast.
All right, it's me, Ruben. We're in the second half, and I'm just going to introduce James, who's getting ready to introduce something.
Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night. I am James, and today I am here to introduce Alex, who's going to introduce the second half of the Jar Media podcast.
So this is the part of the show where we answer questions from over on the Jar Media subreddit. If you want to ask us anything, head over there. Leave us a question or two. It doesn't have to be funny, although it helps. Richard the Lesbian's going to start us off. If each of you could, which game would you remake?
So, do we have to remake the game?
No, I didn't even get into the question really. No, it's because when I screenshot this fucking question earlier, I knew I was going to say it weirdly. I'd already decided. so it was just a moment of reality cracking, and Yeah, which game would you remake? Which standalone game or game series would you make a sequel to? And which scrapped/defunct game IP would you bring back into development? Personally, I'd remake Destiny into what Bungie said the game would be before they released it. Make a fourth game in the Lost Planet series, and bring Oddworld, the brutal ballad of Fungus Clot, back into development, because the premise and art direction for that game looked badass. I can agree with them. I'd like to see the original Destiny idea
I know
actually
exactly. I've got them. They're up there in my brain. I've got exactly what. Dead Space would make a triumphant return. And Deus Ex would be taken off the shelf and continue to be like fucking awesome and be what Cyberpunk sort of was trying to be. Because Cyberpunk big and all, but Deus Ex got more depth. Okay, way more depth
And wasn't it literally left on a cliffhanger too? So
they didn't even get to finish it. So the game had another half after that. There was meant to be more. They couldn't finish it. They still made like something really so obviously it was known from the start, look, you guys aren't going to finish this. So because they really polished what was there. But Dead Space and Deus Ex, that's all I can
guys,
think
you
of.
got any?
Well, I don't know about games that have been cancelled, because you kind of forget they exist because they don't exist. So I don't know what to say, like Scalebound, maybe. People like that, I guess. I'd bring back Ridge Racer.
Yes, I was going to say something that you want to come back, not just like...
I want Ridge Racer to come back because I would be the only person to buy it. Ever. Nobody buys it.
That's why you want it to come back.
No, my cousins liked it growing up. So I do know at least 2 other people who like Ridge Racer.
We can have our own Discord server full of Ridge Racer enjoyers.
Yeah. Literally all 3 of you.
Do you not remember the fucking PSP reveal of Ridge Racers and nobody was just like, yay, we're bringing this game back. We know you love it. Ridge Racer! That's it. That's all that game got was nothing.
Met with confusion.
Silence.
Oh, and Metro. I would want to guarantee that the Metro series carries on. Because it needs to. That shit's so fucking good.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that will. What was the actual criteria again? One remake?
Oh.
Something, which standalone game or game series would you make a sequel to? It's quite a chunky question, to be honest. They're asking like 50 questions in one. So
it's very chunky.
I didn't even answer it based on the criteria because I didn't realize there was one. I wasn't paying attention.
I think you've got to be kind of an ego to say, I would want this remade, because for all you know, it'll just be worse. You know.
Right.
Like Mass Effect 1, that deserves a remake.
But
it
I mean,
be worse though. I feel like that game can only exist as what it is. To be honest.
I guess it depends what kind of remake you're looking at. If it's like a Resident Evil type thing, I'd say.
Damn right.
Nah, I've got nothing for the remake, but sequel, nothing.
What if Dark Souls 2 was good? How about that?
Actually, yeah. If I could have a thing that was shit, just be good. Yeah, Dark Souls 2.
Halo 4.
It's not even a bad answer. Yeah,
that's a good one. Like, just reboot the franchise. Yeah, just do Halo 4 again. All the other stuff was just like a micro machine dream thing.
Oh, and not make Halo Wars 2. Just don't spend the money on it.
Yeah.
Like why did they do that?
Really, you'd use your wish to undo Halo Wars 2?
I just don't know why.
The best game 343 have made.
343 made
they
that?
didn't even no, Creative Assembly did.
Well, they're not like split with Creative Assembly.
Let's find out. Let's find out right now. Typing noises. Creative Assembly 343. Yeah, they're both listed as devs. I just didn't think 343 would have it in them to do that.
It did have a weird amount of like post-release support. Quite a lot of like new characters and updates and stuff. So He must have been doing something. I don't know how it's sold, probably not very well. Yeah, I'd probably just steal your answer of Dead Space, to be honest.
Yeah, we deserve another Dead Space 2-like game.
Yeah, because I'm happy Resident Evil is back, but why can Dead Space not come back as well?
Since they're, like we've seen, because Dead Space obviously is really, at the time it was like the modern Resident Evil, because Resident Evil sort of was very quiet around then. And now, yeah, you can see that Dead
Resident
Space
Evil was
type
like,
games work.
It was like Gears of War.
Mm.
They became something it really shouldn't be, but...
Resident Evil 5 is sick, though.
No.
You ain't played it. You don't know.
Nah, but Kajolio has one for us. You said before what your Transformer names would be, so the next obvious question is what would you all transform into? My guess is that Jim turns into the Jar Media vomit couch.
Wait, hang on, what? I missed the first part.
You're pretty useless Transformer if you don't turn into something that can move.
Right.
Yeah, I thought Transformers had to be like a machine.
Yeah, because they have to transform.
Couches aren't.
and
Well, I
move.
suppose some couches have like mechanical parts, but I don't know.
No, if Jamie turns into a couch, we just have to tow him with one of the vehicles.
Surely you'd be the
Yeah.
vomit couch anyway, dude.
Can you imagine like the Transformer team rolling out? You've got like a big truck, a tank, and like a helicopter, then just like
A chair.
a couch. Just so fat.
Or like a fucking vibrator or something.
Yeah, no, James would be a flashlight.
No. Oh, no,
They're
'cause-
not robotic enough though. If we're going
but
by
the
the
thing
couch
is,
rules.
if that's what your transform state is, when you turn into a robot, you'd be the most smallest, unintimidating robot. And obviously,
you'd
the
be a pussy.
materials of the object make up your robot self. So where would the flashlight part go? What part of your body would the flashlight be?
The
Just be a
silicone.
flashlight with arms and legs.
Yeah, maybe it would actually be the optimal way to make a transformer and have them function. Flashlight based.
Well, yeah, then because I mean that's basically just a human.
Yeah, they're like in Terminator. They're like the skeletons and slide flashlights over them to blend in.
What would you transform into?
We're going to turn into an F-15.
Yeah,
Ruben Starscream.
be a plane. Yeah, be Starscream. Starscream getting cummed on in Stamper's fucking animation.
Like,
Are you sort of Megatron then, Alex, or
Alex would transform.
Jazz?
Would you be
Jazz?
Jazz, Skids, Mudflap?
Jazz.
Yeah, my
I'd be the human transformer from the second one.
Oh, with the tongue.
Yeah, with the tongue.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
It's a pretty good series.
Yeah.
Joseph Sekan has one for us. Do you remember any disgusting stuff that kids would do in primary school?
Yes.
Back before children knew any better. I
Yes.
remember back in my primary school, kids would eat ants from this one ant's nest.
That's
I like that. That's fucked.
yeah. What the fuck?
Isn't like a primary school thing to just not piss in the toilet or in the urinals, just piss on the floor?
I associate that more with like secondary school.
Really, I thought that was a primary school thing, for me at least.
In my mind, I'm way more fearful of secondary school bathrooms than I am of
Yeah.
what I remember primary school ones being like.
Just kids are weird. It's just like they're the most normal in school. So
Are
I
they?
don't know how to answer that question because like everyone eats like ants and worms and shit.
What? What am I?
Everyone makes mud pies.
Everyone eats worms.
I do love worms.
Yeah, worms are nice. Grossest thing. Grossest thing.
Fucking school, fucking Christmas dinners.
Yeah.
That's not gross things the kids are doing though.
Yeah, it is.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Man.
Like, we just all do gross things. Like, I don't know the answer.
I mostly wanted to
Whatever.
read it for the ant thing anyway. Whatever, what the fuck ever.
Yeah. Fucking whatever.
Appropriate Hotel 7 has one for Ruben. This one's mostly for Ruben, but I started collecting records not too long ago and was curious to hear about your record collections if you have any. Also, is there any equipment you would recommend in terms of record players or anything else really, because I'm still a bit of a noob. Thanks, Mingers.
I guess I'll just go over equipment because that's way easier. But it's some of the shit I don't even have. It's just shit that I've been meaning to get. So to clean the stylus, you can get this like putty shit, and you just do a quick old bat down into it, and then you just lift it out quickly, and it just pulls any dust off of the stylus. That's a pretty good thing to have. Also like a decent probably record like cleaning kit. You know, don't be just just look into it, just Google it, I guess. Again, is another thing I've not bought, but I've been meaning to for a long time. I mean, obviously to play, depending on your record player and all that shit, like an amplifier or I think a preamp you can now buy. Instead of, I just have an old busted amplifier and it's kind of a pain in the ass, and I have to actually hit it on the side to make it work sometimes. Yeah, so don't get some, try and not have a piece of shit if you can. In terms of the record player itself, don't have a fucking like the suitcase ones. The shit. Was it the Crossley? I think the suitcase ones are just awful.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible, and they are purely for the aesthetic. And even then, I'm not with it. Yeah, I don't know. That part's boring, but I don't know. I've got like, in terms of, you said like record collection, so I guess people must group them into like, oh, I have all the ones by this artist, and I have all the other ones by this artist from this time. I have every Daft Punk album. No particular reason why. It was just they were quite easy to get, and I like all of their music. There's loads of artists there are artists I like more whose music is way more of a pain in the ass to get. Like one of my favorite albums is by Sunko Moon, Benji. That's like £100 if you want that, because it's really hard to get a hold of, or more. I don't know. You've heard my opinions on, like, you've all heard my opinions on music before. So a lot of my records are just the albums I like most. That's sort of what I prioritize. I have all the Run the Jewels albums now, for example, and all of them are a fun, wacky, zany, like color pressing, which is always nice. That's good fun. Try not to just buy albums you don't really like that much, though, because you like the pressing, and also resist the temptation to just buy like albums because it's 20 quid. I've got 20 quid. Yeah, fuck it. Just don't, because you end up with the Battlefield 1 soundtrack for no reason. You don't know why you did it. Another cool one, I've got Minecraft Volume Beta. Got that from Vinyl Me Please. They're pretty good. I would never sign up to their like membership thing, but every now and then they'll have like an exclusive thing, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll get that because that's the only way I'm ever going to get it.
Oh, so they did an official pressing for the Minecraft soundtrack. That's cool.
Yeah, I now have both Minecraft soundtracks on vinyl. Minecraft Volume 1 or Alpha is much easier to get hold of. I don't know whether Volume Beta they may have like a normal pressing of, but this one at the time it was the only one, and the disc is orange and black, and the front has a cool holographic effect. So when you turn it, it does a cool thing. Yeah, just get the albums you like most, I guess, and expect to start if you do get more into it, start justifying spending. It starts with like £20, and then it's 25, and then it's 30, and then it's 35, and then it's 40, and then you're spending silly money on silly things.
The Room is on Fire 12 has one for us. Are any of you watching season 4 of Attack on Titan? If you do, thoughts?
Yeah, Attack on Titan is, I watch it, and each season I'm like, what the fuck have they introduced now? Why was this? What? I'm a bit like that about it, and I kind of think it's a crock of shit, but it's also hype as fuck. So I'll be like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Then some sick as fuck shit will happen. I'll be, yeah, okay, fuck it. This is cool. Fine with it.
Yeah, it's like very much about like the plot, and I don't really remember any of the characters really at all from reading it or watching
Bread
the
Girl.
show.
Bread
Yeah,
Girl.
like
There's
Potato
the
Girl.
potato.
Oh fuck.
Sasha
No.
Browse. Sasha Browse, come on.
Yeah, but the action was cool, and like the weird, just the world is quite interesting.
Yeah, I really like the world, and I do. Yeah, that's sort of it. It's weird. I'm invested in a plot that's like totally ridiculous. Totally ridiculous, actually.
No, I'll probably check it out once it's all over. I just can't be bothered.
No, yeah, I'm gonna do the
the
same
week to week
thing.
thing.
I think there's an episode out tomorrow, or maybe the day after, or maybe it's
It's-
tonight.
yeah.
I don't know. I'll watch it.
I
though.
kind of gave up because I assumed that it was going to be one of those
Naruto.
like shonen animes that just goes on for like fucking 30 seasons. But if it's
Yeah.
just 4, I'm down for
Well,
that. Yeah.
Again, I think I said it the other week. The only reason I'm watching it is because I know it's going to end. That's the only reason I
Yeah.
decided to pick it up again.
But me, I'm watching Initial D.
Again.
Yes.
I want to watch that, but I don't want to pay for some service.
You just use my
I,
account.
I sort of want to watch Initial D as well. You know?
No, it's fucking shit. But when Eurobeat starts and there's the stupid white car that's going to overtake the cars that are better than it, it's just
Yeah.
fun and dumb. I love it.
Yeah, James, Mr. OKF. I'm not going to read the rest of it. Question for James. Do you think I would enjoy Initial D, even though I have no interest in cars? The music seems pretty cool, so I've been thinking of watching it.
Well, it's a very... Like, the first season is the best season. It's dumb. It's very anime-y, but it's dumb. But it makes cars kind of relatable. Because the main character doesn't, like, care about cars. Like, so you kind of grow with the character in terms of, like, car interest. But it's just dumb. It's a really dumb show and easy.
Yeah,
It's
is
an
it
enjoyable
funny?
show. Well, every time Eurobeat starts, I fucking giggle to myself because it's so fucking dumb. But I like it. It's worth watching for the memes because it's a really meme show,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll actually generally like Eurobeat because you watched it, and that is just a great thing.
Let's do a couple more here then. For Leave Him Alone, that's one for us. Hey lads, recent bread discussion on the cast made me think of my cousin, who is a baker and is going to open a bakery in Australia. He recently asked me for bakery names it would be good to call his bakery, and frankly, I'm out dry for ideas. Could you boys help me out with some bakery names? Thanks, lads.
Bape Nation.
Jesus.
No, I don't like, because there's a thing with like bakery stuff. It's supposed to be that kind of edgy artisan kind of names, where it's super kind of hipster. Like it's fucking bread. Like I don't know how to do that. I can't. Bread.
What was your idea for your, in the last episode? Just call it like James's Jugs, and it's just like a new way of presenting a loaf.
Yeah. Just call it something related to bread.
Just search up words that rhyme with loaf.
Love.
Loaf, loaf by loaf.
We love loaf.
Yeah, love loaf. There you go.
I love loaf.
And you can sew a loaf the shape of a love.
Yeah. And then you'll be the you'll be trending on the romance side of Instagram because they're relatable romance goals. Boom, that's your market.
Love.
Love. Yeah.
In a completely unrelated note, Saving Supermarket 2 says, "Hey up. I was wondering if any of you had seen anything about that document in America that was signed recently that says that all information they have so far about aliens and UFOs must be released to the public in around 170 days. What do you guys think of this? And I better get off to my flying saucer now. Bye."
They
Well,
won't release all of it. You know, they just won't.
Wait, is this why they released that?
no,
that-
no, that happened last March. The UFO
Yeah, but-
stuff with the planes happened last year.
Yeah, I know that, but I mean, like, I don't know how long are you allowed to have like some shit not be public.
Ask Bob Lazar.
Yeah,
Well-
we'll try and get him on the show.
Well, like you could, if you say you're going to release everything, you release one thing. That's everything. They're not going to release everything. We know that. like, I don't know, man. Like, UFOs are so confusing. Like, there's so much there, you know. Like, they're real, you know.
I don't.
Didn't they find the first alien butthole the other day or something?
It was
Yeah, I think
perfect
so.
and unique,
Wait, what-
I believe.
What is this that I'm confused? They have like, what is this, a law where they have to release this stuff?
Not sure, bro.
Wait, what was the question? I'm fucking confused now. Like, what was the question?
Has anyone seen anything about that document in America? That's what he said.
That document. Oh, when they were writing the fucking amendments, they were like, oh yeah, and if we see aliens, you're only allowed to keep it a secret for 60 years.
What's the amendment about aliens? Is that the 17th Amendment?
It's the I thought that was the Second Amendment.
We'll find out.
No, I haven't seen this fucking document. I don't believe it's real, but I do believe aliens are.
No, aliens are real. I've seen them.
Let's end with this double whammy. First one for James from Astral Bubble. Does James still perform spin time on Gaius? Hope I spelt that correctly. You did.
Gaius has evolved. He knows what spin time is. You can't spin time one that is conscious of spin time. Spin time's like you've got to surprise them with spin time. You can only do it during like certain ages. Otherwise they know what spin time is. If I say spin time, he's just gonna growl at me. Like, he knows. I've got to level up. I've got to find something that's even better than spin time, and I have to do that. Guys has become too smart. Can you spin time Paisley and Corgi?
It was the first thing I did when I got home post-op. Was just give her a quick spin time.
Spraying blood everywhere.
Well, no. Saying that, spin time has leveled up. Because obviously the traditional spin time is on the floor and you spin their body. The next level of spin time is when they choose something and they're grabbing something. You just spin around in circles, so their whole body's off the floor and they're just going in circles. That's like the next spin time. Because guys,
they're like holding on to it. Yeah. I think I know what you're on
so
about,
that's the next spin time, and I can do that at the moment.
Okay.
Obviously, I don't hurt him. Obviously, I just want to be clear. He's not being launched across the kitchen.
You grab him by the back legs and spin him round.
Fuck.
But that's the current thing. But spin time as we know it, spin time Mark 1 has been put to rest.
Damn. Okay.
I just don't know. I don't know what's above spin time Mark 2. Like, what's the next level? I don't know. We'll find out.
So last question, also from Astral Bubble. Question for Alex and Jim. What was the best cooking supper you guys have ever had?
Cooking what?
Do you want to explain what a cooking supper is, Jim?
Wait, so I'm supposed to believe this person putting a question on Reddit knows you and I better than James and Ruben does?
Cooking a
Or James and
cooking
Ruben do.
supper. What?
You guys don't know what a cooking supper is?
SUBBER.
No, I thought it was 1B.
I don't know what a cooking
I don't know
supper
what it
is.
is.
I've never heard of
let
it.
alone, you know, the
I've
spelling
never
doesn't matter.
spelled
What
it.
is it?
No, it's fine.
Oh my god, that's it.
And it's not a real thing, so you can't even Google it.
Yeah. It's
I'm
not.
googling it.
Well,
Supper.
good luck.
So a supper.
It was invented by our family, so sorry about that.
Okay, no, you're gonna make me do it.
Do what?
Where's he gone?
Did he leave?
No, I tried to fart into the mic, but the fart made no noise.
Ah,
Ah, lame. That would have been awesome.
Okay, try and guess what a cooking supper is.
Look at what I am. I'm finding.
No, you can't find it. We invented it.
well, guys, I'm going to bed soon.
No. Are you little kids? Are you like kids? You have your secret language that you can't share.
It's not a
with anyone?
secret language. It's just something that was made that you guys obviously don't listen to us.
You've never
when we
talked
talk.
to us about subbers.
Oh well, how the Christing hell does this noble redditor know what a cooking subber is, and you do not?
Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.
Douche.